Good evening, Lakshmi.
Yeah, hi Raghav. Good morning.
Hi. So we will continue with CICS. I hope you
Okay.
got that, recap on that. I think I covered that in the class. I think you forgot
Ah,
reports.
yeah.
Huh?
I don't remember.
So you're forgetting so fast.
Mm,
So, so that reports, see, in that example that I gave you, I will be reading the file and then printing the report, right?
yes, I
Instead of
saw
reading
it.
the file, you have to use a similar logic. Instead of open file, you will say open cursor. Instead of read file, you will say fetch cursor, like that.
Yes, yeah, I tried it. I got it.
You got report?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, so these are all basics. Actually, mm, um, reports is actually not. COBOL is not really meant for reports because you can see that we have to write a lot of code to get the reports in COBOL. But
Mm,
still there are some other programming languages and tools which are more easy to use to produce reports. Even the JCL sort can be used to produce some simple reports, but the input from the file. Um, so, but some companies, they don't want to pay for the license for that extra tools. So they would have asked the people to go for COBOL because they already have COBOL. Actually, long back, I did a project where such tool was there in one of the clients. And
mhm.
that tool they have to pay every year, right? Some money, some it will be minimum 100K. Any thing you buy in the mainframe market, minimum it will be 100K or 200K, like that license fees. So they wanted to avoid that. Instead of paying 200K every year, they can do a project for 100K or 200K. So convert everything to COBOL. So thereafter we don't have to pay this license fees. So I worked in such a project, converting the reports to COBOL. So
Oh,
it will take more time because COBOL is very lengthy. You can to define every line, right, of the report. You have
mm,
to do it in the working storage and manipulate it in your logic, and then write the records. So this you have to keep in mind. So there will be actually the kind of reports you see in projects will be much more complex. What I have shown you is only a simple report, just to get
mm,
the concept of report. But there is something called as a page break logic where I think I have explained that every five
yes.
lines
Yeah.
or every 20 lines or 50 lines you can break. That is one type of break logic. So
Mm,
that is not enough. Actually, in projects, they will also have break logics based on many other things. Like suppose, let's say you are printing employee report. So employees, maybe you will sort the data by, um, let's say, department. So then department wise, you are going to print the employee data. Now, whenever the department changes, so there are 5 departments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever the department changes, then also you should give a page break. Not only for 50 lines per page. In addition to that, whenever there's a new department, you have to page. So you have to use some small logic with if statements. So you have to compare the department of the current record with the previous record. If they are same, you continue with the logic. Otherwise, you have to give a break logic, like break the page, print the footer, and print the header again. So that kind of logic will be required, and that too many levels can be there. Within department, they may have some other, let's say, some more columns on which they want to do the break. So the break logic can be quite complex. So don't think whatever I'm covering in the class, they are all the simple ones and the basic ones. In the real project, it can be more complex. You would have seen some of them maybe in your uh, projects. So
mm.
keep in mind the real projects will be more complex, and you have to dig in a little more and practice if you want to really understand some complexity. Maybe you can use ChatGPT or anything to get some complex scenarios and try it out yourself. And if you
Oh,
need any help, of course, you can check with me.
yeah.
But that will give you more confidence. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now I was checking with some of the um, site. I don't know which site. Looks like there is some demand for COBOL in US. Huh? Now they are asking for COBOL people
Oh, is
knowing
it?
COBOL.
Uh,
That's what I read. You check it.
okay. Yeah, I haven't started yet. Yeah, like job trials.
Mm. Yeah, you can probably check it and get an idea. So what are the
Okay.
skills they are looking for, and accordingly you have to uh, 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 probably what I say. You should get ready for it. So
Okay.
maybe you may not know get all the skills, but at least if you get many of them, so then
Mm.
your chances are more of getting in. But yes, they will ask all the basics, and probably they will also ask based on your experience what you have done in the past. So that also may count.
Yeah.
All right. So I think you can. I shared my screen, right? So
Yes.
today, we will see more practical aspects of developing the UI part that is called basic mapping support. Okay, it's called
Okay.
BMS in general. This is like kind of macros we have to write, very simple, very easy to write. Once you know the basic syntax, you can do that. We have to just learn the syntax of it. I'll show you a couple of examples with which you will find it very easy to do that. So we can do some simple screens. Okay, I will suggest you do some simple screens. Probably I will give you more work today because again tomorrow I am not available.
Oh,
So next class will be only on Tuesday. But I just want to check with you. Is it possible to have the class in your morning some days? It is possible?
morning at what time?
Tell me the time. Your morning.
Mm,
Because I don't have time problem. Only you have constraints.
I am. Yes. Okay, I'll let Kirti know. Like on what day you're asking?
Maybe
Any day?
tomorrow, because tomorrow
Tomorrow.
I cannot
Uh,
have it. No morning. I have another class.
tomorrow
So
morning.
tomorrow evening, that is India time. That means tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Tomorrow, for me, tomorrow morning is like for you today
Wait,
evening,
yeah,
right?
yeah, don't confuse. I will tell only India time. You convert it. Okay.
Yeah.
Today I am on Thursday morning. Correct? So Thursday class I am taking.
So,
Friday morning
yeah,
I cannot take. So Friday
Friday
evening
morning
I
class
can
you are
take.
asking for Thursday
That is your
evening.
Friday morning. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So
Maybe tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. I think for you it will be 6:30 evening.
you mean today evening
Today evening.
for me? Mhm.
For you today evening. For me tomorrow morning.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Probably we can continue with whatever we cover now. So
Mm,
that way you'll have enough examples to practice this some code and all that we will do so that you have to practice. That's why, then I will give you some screens like a mini project. So you can design the screens and keep it ready so that when we do coding from the COBOL side, you can slowly implement the project.
okay.
Yeah, I'll show a similar example. Like we can take this movie database itself. We don't have to create new ones. The movie database itself, we can do it like a project. Okay, maybe
Okay.
if required, we can modify it, but I think for now we'll keep it same. So at least you will know how to use CICS with the database.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, you just confirm me. Maybe what we can do is I'll just ask Geeti to share my number and put it in WhatsApp. Um, we can do. Okay. You have Kirti's number, right? Or you can send an email. That is best. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So both
Yeah.
of us, you copy Kirti also, so that she's also aware on the schedule. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
now let's proceed with our today's call or topic. So BMS, basic mapping support. Basically, It is a facility to write a simple UI. Okay, remember in mainframe we don't have graphical user interface. There's no graphics, only text. So it will allow you to use a simple like TSO screens like user ID password like we are giving, right? So similar to that, very simple screens we can design. Of course, we can take some input and then validate it, and then you can also connect to vSAM file or DB2 and all that. And you can do it in a couple of ways. Like you can do directly in the same program, or you can do it in through another program, which is recommended. It's better to split it into two parts, UI part and the data access part, so that tomorrow UI can be from somewhere else also. That data access part will still work separately. So that is a better way to code the programs. But for practice, we can do it together also. But I would teach you rather the more professional way. If you tell that in the interview, that will be more practical, right? So they will also know why you use that. So BMS is like, it's called as a macro. Okay. So we have to use some macros to define the map. So the word map represents a screen. Okay. In CICS, we don't call it a screen. In fact, even in TSO, we don't call it a scene. Actually, in TSO, they use the terminology called panel. Remember, panel means screen. But design a panel means design a screen in TSO. Similarly, design a map means design a screen in CICS. So that's what it means. So CICS is a different region. So we have to do that separately in another terminal. Now, earlier to BMS and all, very lot of coding, they have to do it assembler level and all that, which is a lot of hardware dependent. So you can't port it to, easily from one system to other system and all. So that was more difficult. So BMS is more like a high level specification. It's not a language. But like COBOL can run in different platforms. Similarly, BMS can also run with different hardware configurations. That is why they came up with this. So this has to be compiled. We don't use the word compile. We just differentiate with the programming language. BMS. So in COBOL we say compile, right? COBOL we say compile a program. So it will create the object code and then the load module. So this is the terminology we use. We say compile. Whereas when it comes to maps or BMS rather, so they use the word called assemble. Just another terminology. It is similar to this only, just that they use another word for that. Okay, it's like similar to compile. So when you say assemble the map, you are basically doing the compile process. So in this, actually, we'll get two outputs. One is called a physical map, which is actually what you see on the screen. That is called as a physical map. That is the actual UI, right? That will be like a load module. We'll keep it. The other one is, in order to communicate with this physical map, we need something called as symbolic map. Okay. See, basically you are, let's say, typing user ID password. This user ID password, if you want to process them in a COBOL program, it should come as a variable for you, right? In COBOL, we can understand variables. So symbolic map is nothing but map variables, which is generated. Like when we do decalgen, for the table, it is generating the COBOL variables, right? So similarly, there is one, this compile process. It will automatically assemble. When you assemble the map, it not only produces a physical map, it also produces what is called a symbolic map. This is nothing but a map variable, simple COBOL variables, which you can use in your program to communicate with the map. Like you can take some input from the user, you can send some output to the user. So for that, you need variables. You don't have to declare it separately because they are attached to the map, right? If, in the map, you define the fields, and in the fields, you have to give a name. Okay, wherever you want to send use input or output, you have to give some name for the field. Otherwise, you don't have to. So this is a process that further. Once you do this process, then we will do the normal COBOL compilation along with the CHCS commands. So, for example, if you want to display the map in CICS, we have many commands. So we will give all the commands like this inside the program. Outside the program also we can give some of the commands. I'll show you that. So you have to give something like this, exec CICS send map, and then you have to give a lot of parameters, map name and all the map variable names and all that. So this will display the map. And similar to SQL, you have to say end exec. Similarly, when you want to receive some input from the map, instead of send, you will say receive. These are the two important commands, right? You send some data to the screen, or you get some data from the screen, right? So all those data will be available in this copybook. This is actually COBOL copybook, which will have all these variables. It will automatically get generated. So we just have to use it. Okay. So these are the two important commands we will use. Of course, there are many other commands, not a lot of commands, basic commands. We will see most of the basic commands. That is enough. But there are some advanced CICS also, but we cannot cover that here. But we can cover the basic UI, how they handle and all that. So this is one of the basic commands. Okay, now we will at least focus on this, but this program part will come next week. We will do that. We will concentrate on only this physical map. Okay, the physical map, this send map command, you can give it in the terminal also. So you can see the physical map, right? But you can't do anything there. It's just like a layout. You can see how the screen will appear. So this we can do from the terminal itself by just giving this send map command. But before that, we have to define the resources in the CICS region. So when you say resources, for example, this map is a resource. So you have to use some commands to define it in the KICS region. Then only you can use. So today, probably we'll see only how to define a map, and then how to see the layout of the map as per the BMS coding that you have done. Okay, so that is all the basics about the map. So now we have some terminologies. So see these maps actually, let's say we have terminology called map set. Map set is nothing but a collection of maps, means one or more maps. Okay, that is called as a map set. Then what is a map? Map is a screen, right? Map will have collection of fields, right? Let's say if you have a screen, I'll show you the screen. Suppose let's say I want to do the screen. I'll show you. This is the screen I want to do. Suppose I want to do the screen. Let's give some title to the screen. Let's say I'll say um, employee management system. Okay, employee management system. So something like this. So this will be some kind of title we can give, and I will expand this and show you as we go on. Maybe we can give some this each whatever you see, it will be a field. So this is a field, this is a field, this is a field. Okay, maybe you can also have let's say put something like this. Like this we can do. Then we can say some date. If you want, you can put some date and time. All that we can do. How to do that? So today we'll not see that, but today we'll put some dummy things. Suppose I want to put the date, TDMMYY. So I can put some date here. Then in the screen, I want time, hour, minute, second. So something like this, I want my screen to look like, right? So you can do all this thing. Everything will be a field. Now this dash 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 itself is a field. This is a field. This is a field. This is a field, right? Then you will have some kind of menu. Let's say here we can say something like, let's say add employee, right? So this will be a field. This is it's a heading. Okay, we can give some name. Everything we can give a name. Some certain things we need not give a name. For example, this is a static text. The static text, we don't have to give any name. Anything that we want to modify inside the program, only that we have to give a field name. But these are all fields, nevertheless. These are all fields. Everything you see will be a field. Now, add employee means, for example, here what I will have. I will have employee A number, right? Employee number, something I have to enter. So this will be a field where I'm going to take the input. And this will be also a field, which is a static field. So For now, I will just keep a couple of columns here. What is that first name we have, right? First name in my table. So similarly, you can use for movie table, you can do that. Okay. Last name. So like this, I can add some inputs. So here, the field, there are three types of fields. One is where you give the input. So this is an input field, this is an input field, this is an input field. And one is a type of field where you give the output. For example, system date. This is the output field. This is the output field. Okay. Now there are also one more type of field where you neither you do input nor you do output. For example, this is a field which is neither used as input or output. In the sense, basically, it's a static text, right? You don't manipulate that inside the program. So this is a static text. This is also a field. You have to define it. And then this is a static text. Okay, so even this is a static text. At the bottom of it, you will probably give something like this, right? So you'll say enter equal to process, or you can say submit like this. Then F12 is equal to quit. So when you press F12, it should come out of the screen. If you press enter, it should submit the data. Like this, we can have. And one more thing also we can have, typically we'll have here message, right? Some message screen. So if you don't enter the employee number, it has to tell you employee number must be entered. So like this, this is an output field. Okay, you have to give a message whenever there is some message has to be shown to the user. Maybe employee added successfully or employee addition failed. Okay, employee number already exists. So all that kind of messages you will put it here. So the message field will be there. That is an output field. Getting how what is the terminologies here? So a map consists of fields, and a map set is a collection of one or more maps. So, but generally we will keep only one map under one map set for now. But it's possible to code multiple maps inside one map set. It's like a grouping. Okay.
Okay.
So Lakshmi, are you able to follow so far?
Yes.
So that is that's what it is. One or more maps. When you put it together, it's called as a map set. Okay. So the map set will be the load module. So load module means it's a physical map. Okay. So that's what we'll see. And there are some control tables. On the other day, I was talking about control tables. A lot of control tables will be there. So whenever you create a map, we have to define it. When you define it, it will go to a control table called PPT. So this will be, I'll probably mention this somewhere, or it should be there in one of the slides. So whenever you do that, you can refer to this. I mean, without finding the control table, we can't use it inside the text. Okay, and some naming conventions we have to follow. Map up to 7 characters only we can give. Okay, I will tell you some naming convention. Whatever I follow, you follow the same, except that user ID. Instead of my user ID, you will use your user ID. Kind of similar format or rather naming convention you will use. I will tell you what you have to use so that there won't be any confusion. So that is one thing. So we don't give this suffix, it's automatically taken. So that's what we will define. So as I said, physical map is what it's also called as CSEC. Okay, these are all IBM terminologies. CSEC, whenever you say, refers to the physical map. There's something called as DSEC, which refers to the symbolic map. Okay, so symbolic map is nothing but a COBOL copybook. That's all. So what is the purpose of this map? It will provide ensure device and format independence. So basically, you should, when you create the map in one system, it should work in another system without any problem. So like COBOL programs, or when you do the COBOL program in one system, it will work in another system also, right? So that is the idea about this. It gives you device independence. Earlier and all, when you do it at a macro level directly, so you can also, I mean, not macro, the assembler level. So then everything will be customized depending on the hardware that you use and all that. So when you want to port it to another system, then it will require changes and all. So that is the advantage of using this BMS. So in those days when it came, BMS was very useful. Today's world, hardly they don't create anything new because today's world we use only web-based interfaces or mobile-based interfaces, right? So That's why I said interfaces can change, but the core transaction processing will be same. For example, when you book airline ticket, right? You can do it in three ways. You can go to the airport, go to the airline counter. There you can book the ticket. If you see there, I don't know whether you have ever seen that. They will have some black and white kind of screens where they will enter the data and you can book the ticket there. I don't think you would have done it. So in those days, long back, we used to get paper tickets. So we will go to the agents. I know I used to travel a lot of distance just to get a ticket. Several miles I will travel. In those days, there was nothing online and all that. I'm talking about 25 years back. So I used to live in New Jersey at that time. I remember booking a ticket. We will do it through the phone call, but to take the ticket physically, if it is urgent, otherwise they will send it by post. So we have to go, and it was very urgent. I had to travel, so I went all the way. Wherever the travel agent was, it was like I don't know how we did all that on those days. We didn't have mobile phones, but only landline phones. I used to go 30, 40 miles away and just to pick up the ticket and come back and then travel. So it will be physical ticket. Nowadays we won't even know how it appears. I used to keep all those physical tickets long back. So they will use this black and white terminal where they are directly connected. Even today in India, if you see, if you go to railway counters, right, they will use that black and white screen. Have you seen that? So that is the kind of UI that they use to book the tickets. So, but the same thing, we can also do it through web application. We can also do the same ticket booking through the mobile app. But basically, user interface can be different. But what is common for all of them? The transaction engine behind it. That is common, right? So either it doesn't matter which UI you use, the ticket booking will always happen through the transaction for booking the ticket, right? That is running in the backend. So the front end, that they call it as front end and back end. The front end can be mobile or it can be black and white screen, or in our case, it is CICS maps. This can be the front end. The back end will be common. So we will have to do the coding like that, front end, back end. So that front end, there can be multiple front ends, but there will be only one back end, which is it will take the request depending on, it doesn't matter from where the request come from. It will do the booking and it will give the results back, or it will do the inquiry and give the results back. Okay, that's how the programs will be decided. So now, as I told you, we will be coding this BMS source code, and we will run this compiler, which is called as assembler, and it will produce two outputs: symbolic map and physical map. Symbolic map is just a COBOL copybook which you use with the COBOL program, along with the CICS commands. Now, physical map is what will get converted to the load module. This we can use a simple command in the terminal, and we can see the layout of the screen, how it will appear. Then if you want to make some changes to the color or the position, all that. Another thing is very rigid CICS. The map will be only 24 lines. Okay, 24 rows and 80 columns. This is the standard. Okay, we can't change this. So maximum we can have only 24 lines on the screen, and 80 columns are allowed. So this is this thing. So position, we say a position of a field. When you say position, you can tell the line number. Line number 4, let's say column number 10. Like this you will tell. It means this particular field will start in line number 4 and column number 10. So maximum we can have is 80. Obviously, we cannot give 80 here. Field will need some space. So this is for you to get the idea. For every field when you define, you will give this position. Okay. So this is the part of the macro. Now, map set, again, this is some definitions we have to give. We will give the map set definition. There will be some parameters here. Under the map set, so we have to use some kind of keywords in the definition of the macro. All those will start with DFH. In CICS, most of the things they will start with DFH. That is the CICS convention. So variables and everything will start with DFH. The data sets, many of them will start with DFH. That is the IBM convention. So it is DFH MSD stands for map set definition. So we have to give this along with some parameters. Under this, we will give what is called as a map definition, right? We are going to define only one map, but you can define multiple maps. But I will show all the examples only with one map. Okay, maybe if required, we will see one example with two maps. So MDI, I have to give actually these parameters are very less. You are just going to say what is the size of the map, means what is the number of rows and what is the number of columns that you want. So maximum we can have is 24 by 80. We can define the maximum, or you want a smaller size map, you can do that. So which is smaller than 2480, but I'm going to show you only 2480 maps for now. MDF is the field definition. So you have to tell which position it starts, like POS is the one of the parameters. Then you have to say which color it has to appear, and you want it in what is that, reverse color or normal mode. Like that, some attributes we can give. So every field will have what is called as an attribute, which we can change. It's called as an attribute byte. One byte will be reserved in the beginning of every field. So that's called as an attribute byte, through which, whether user can type the data or user cannot type the data. Let us say it is protected or unprotected. Unprotected means you can go and type. Like input field, it should be unprotected. Output field, it should be protected, means you should not be able to modify the output data. Okay, so those are some of the properties we'll give. So a map will look something like this. This is the map set parameters. So you will code something like this, DFH MSD. Then you will give a lot of parameters. Each parameter has some meaning. We will see that later. But today we'll focus on trying to get some output on our screens. So I will explain you all this. What are the different parameters? What it means? Okay, maybe in the next class we'll see that. So similarly, map have very MDI stands for map definition. It has only 4 parameters. You can see size, number of maximum. I said 2480. That is the maximum we can give. A starting line number and starting column number. In fact, if you get 2480, it will be 1, 1. Starting line number 1 and column number 1. Like that we can give. If you modify this accordingly, it will change how it appears on the screen. Control, there are some options which we can give. That is optional. Some parameters are there. We will see that similar to that. Then what we will focus mostly on is the field level. So it's called DFH MDF. So MDF stands for field. So here the most important is which position, line number, column number it should come. What is the length of the field? Some attributes like protect means you can't type. Unprotect means you can type. BRT means it will appear slightly brightly. There's also one more parameter called DRK, dark. Dark means whatever you type, it won't be visible. So it will be invisible. So attribute default will be normal attribute. ASKip we can use, or we can also use protect and versus ASP. So these are all, this goes together. It's not clear here. I'll show you that. So then we can give the color. Some fixed colors are there: red, green, blue, pink. Like that we can give some 5, some 6 to 8 colors we can give. Not more than that. So very limited color options we have. Highlight, we can give underscore and all if you want. We can give that. Additionally, there are some other parameters for pick in, pick out. I'll show you this when we do the coding. This will be useful for especially for numeric fields. We can manipulate it. This pick in, pick out. Basically, it will affect the variable declaration. Okay, how the variable should be declared, you can customize it here. Default, it will just put X of something. If you want to change it to numeric or something, you can customize it at this level here. So that is how it will look like. Let's see how it will look like here. So this will look something like this. Our macro code will look like this. You can see first it will the MSD. Left side of it will give a name. We'll give some parameters. Similarly, after MSD, this is the map set definition. Below that, we have MDI map definition. So here you can see full size we are using 24 by 80. So obviously it will start from line number 1, column number 1, which is a default. If you don't give, that will be the default. Some control parameters if you want to give. Some additional parameters are also there. Now for color and all, we have to give this additional parameter called DS ads and map ads. So when you give this, the color manipulation and other things we can do dynamically also, it will allow us to do that. So that is the use of that. Now in this map, you have these fields, no? Many fields will be there. So a map set will have a name on the left side, like JCL we do, right? DD name, exec step name, job name, similar to. In JCL we will use // Here we don't use //. So MDF stands for the field. So each field where it starts, what are these attributes, all that. What the initial value which you want to see in the screen, right? So that you can give. So some fields you don't have a field name, some fields you'll have. Wherever you want it to use it, input or output, you can give a name on the left side. So this name will be coming in your copybook. Okay, but it will have some suffixes. We'll understand that later when we do coding. Today we'll focus on just doing this macro. It's very easy. It looks a bit odd at the first time, but I'm telling you, only few hours you need to practice this. After that you'll find it very easy. Okay, very easy. The map coding is anyone can do this. Okay, this is such a easy thing. And you can see how the layout will appear. So this is the kind of thing. Then you will use some kind of JCL, BMS JCL. We already have that. So you just give the input name, it will compile and create the load module. So this is what is it. Now in CICS, then we have to define the resource and then we have to do what is called as a new copy. It means the load module, we have to bring it to the Kix region. So we have to use this command. You can either say CEMT or CCI. Set program. You have to note down all the commands. I'll give it, but you can of course refer to it. Better to keep noting it down so that you can save some time. So either in a notepad or you can note it down on in your physical notebook. Either way it will help, but I will show you in the notepad. So that's all. Then once you do this, then you give this command. Look at this, send map, and then give the map name and the map set name. This is the command. So when you do this, it will show you the layout of the map. So it will ask for confirmation. And once you give the confirmation, your map layout will appear here. That's all. It is a static screen. Nothing. There is no program, nothing. It is a static screen. You will see how the layout will look like, what color it is. If you want to do some adjustments, you can do it here. Okay. So that is how we will be doing. This is called as a map definition. Once you do this only, then we can go to the programs. Once you have the maps ready, then only we can do the program. Of course, we can do the programs without map also, but we will see that both. First, we will create the program with the map. Then later on, we will see how to fetch the data from a exam file and using another program which doesn't use the map. And it will just take the input and give the output and use that connect that program to this program using similar to call statement. We have what is called as a link statement. So we'll use that and then connect and get the data. So that is how we will be doing this. So program we will see later, but program conceptually very different from batch program. So it will be difficult to understand. You have to take some time to understand that concept. It's called pseudo computation concept. Okay, we'll spend some time on that later next week. But once you understand the concept, it's very easy to. Everything else is simple in Kix. Only that concept is takes bit time to understand because it's different from the batch programming. So my goal is, let's say I want to define a screen like this. Okay, I put in a notepad, but I want this in my CICS. So how will I do this? Okay, so we will not be coding from scratch because that will we will make a lot of mistake if you try to code the BMS from scratch. We will take a template. So the template will have some basic thing, maybe one or two fields it will have, and accordingly whatever you want you can modify. Okay, so that you are also going to do the same thing. I will give my example. You are going to take it and modify. That way it is easier because nobody can remember all the syntax, or you will make a lot of typing mistakes when you do it from scratch. So a lot of errors will come. To reduce the errors, we will take one template and then modify it so that we will get the screen like this. Okay. So let me now show you a template I have, and then I'm going to modify it also and show you if time permits. Let's see. I don't know whether we have time for that. Maybe we will do it in next session, which is tomorrow morning for you, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, what time are you clear about the time? So I have to see what is my India time.
Yeah, maybe 6:30 morning. It will be your 7 to 8.
7 to 8. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So if you are flexible some days, no, we can finish it fast. This is the last module, right? So don't want to drag it. So it's like 3 months. Actually, we should do it in 2 months, but 2 months is a bit difficult. Because I remember in long back I used to do the training when people used to come to the office, and those days we didn't have online and all, like 15 years back or even 10 years back for that matter. No online was there. So people used to come to my office and I used to give them training. Normally all these topics which I covered to you, it takes 3 months. I think we are also going for the same thing, right? There, they used to be in the office for 8 hours. I'm telling you, for you, I'm taking only 1.5 hours. So they will be in the office. Thing is, morning we will take the class, afternoon they will practice. So they will get more time to practice. We will take the class in the morning in a relaxed way. They will come only after 10 o'clock. So we'll do class for a couple of hours. Then we will ask them to practice. They will practice throughout the day, maybe till the evening. They will practice and then they will go. So in those days, there was no online access and all. They have to come to the office to access the mainframe. So we used to do that way. Um, anyway, mm, so that's why I'm saying this. Typically, this course will take 3 months, but we can reduce it to 2 months, provided we keep more sessions. And obviously, some sessions has to be supplemented by videos. Yeah, did you see the videos? Did you send the video? A couple of more videos. I asked DB2
No,
videos.
actually, I didn't know that the videos are updated. So I saw them couple of hours back, but I didn't
Okay,
get
okay.
a
Go through
chance today.
that.
So
There is
maybe I'll
that.
see it
On
again.
the other day, I told you, right? Dynamic SQL.
You told
Uh,
me, but I
uh,
didn't know that like it got updated in the tracker list. Day, I think yesterday when I saw it was not updated, so today I didn't check.
okay. All right.
Mm.
Now, what I will do is I will take one template here
Mm.
from this demo.cics. There is one demo map I have. I think it is map to, it's a very simple map. I will take that and show you how it appears. Maybe you can try that also. In the evening session, maybe I'll show you how to modify it because we may not have time now to modify it. So this will have this customer ID, customer name, and some basic screen layout. Okay. So this is the macro. So this is a kind of template. See, this is what this will have MSD, MDI, all that. So you have to do a similar thing. You just probably today we'll just take the same map and we'll modify it according to your ID and then compile it and run it. Let's hope. I just want to ensure that you don't have any access issues.
Okay.
So that if it's there, we have to resolve that also. Anyway, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, I've copied this to our April 26.cics, which is not there. I've allocated. I copied. Okay, now I'm going to compile this. Okay, April 26. This also will have the demo.cacs. Here also will have access, I think. But anyway, I'm copying. What about the compile? Compile. So we have to use these four JCLs. I'm going to create April 26 dot hash compile dot CICS. Okay. So I just copied all of them so that you can eventually use that. So let's see that now. I'm going to my April 26 um, library, and I can probably would have put it here also, but I put it separately to click so that you will not get confused with other jobs. Okay. So now this is my map tools. Okay. So this I have already defined. I'll just show you how it will appear. Now, so how to compile this? If I go here, the first one at the rate one map. So this is the compile JCL we'll use. Here also we'll put at the rate one map. Okay, and now just so here proc. Yeah, we have to copy the proc also. What we'll do is okay, here the library name I have to change so that you can also change it. So April 26 dot hash compile dot fix I will do that will be easy to understand that. Copy this to April 26 dot hash compile dot. Okay. So now um, so I have given my library name and all this. This is a symbolic map to create. So all that we will learn as we go. But this is my member name. Okay, the member name here is map2. So there is in Kicks also we have to give a name for the map. In CACS, we can give a different name, not necessarily the same name. In CACS, I have given my ID, TR4 map2. Like that, you can probably give TA1 map2, just T app, right, for you. So you can give TA1 instead of TR4, note it down. Wherever you find TR4, use TA1. So
Okay.
that it will be easy for us to understand. Okay, anyway, now here I will change, I just nothing is to change here, maybe only the source code where I'm taking. So now I'm going to take it from April 26.cs. Similarly, here also I will create April 26.dset. Right now I don't have it. I think I'll create one more library. Here, let's put April 26. I don't know whether I created properly. Yeah. So then now I have to compile. Let's see whether the compile goes through fine. So when it compiles, the map will go to this library. This is common for all of us. DFH, I told everything will start with DFH in CICS environment. DFH 610.cics.appl load. In this member, which member? This member name will be what you give in M2. TR4 map will go and sit here. That is what we can use it in the X region. Okay. So maxis is 0. It got compiled. Now I have to open another terminal. Okay. So let me open terminal here. So you have to keep two terminals. Okay. One for your TSO, one for CICS. Now I open another terminal. Here you have to give L login. Normally we give TSO, right? Here you give CICS TS61. Okay, so log into X region TS is called transaction server 6.1 version. So that's what we are using. So normally same user ID password only you have to give. So here I'm giving my user ID and same password only. What you give in TSO, same thing only you give. Now here you will not get any menu or anything. You will get a blank screen. That is what is CICS. Okay. In CICS, everything is a transaction. We have to run a program through what is called as a transaction. So only then it will run. Okay, now we will just get this one line message. Sign on is complete. Successfully you are logged into CICS region. TSO is one region, CICS is another region. So now this complete. Make a note of this. Alt C. Whenever you want to clear the screen, you have to press Alt and C. Now it will clear the screen. Okay. Now I can give any command. Blank screen only. In CICS, mostly you will work with blank screens. But everything CICS will recognize only transaction. Transaction is nothing but a 4-character ID. For example, I will use a transaction called CECI. This is given by IBM. We can also define our own transactions when we do the cobalt programs later. Now the CECI is a transaction through which we can do some operations. Okay. For example, I can give a command called the CICS commands I can give. For example, send map command I can give. So any command you give will be through this CECI transaction. This is the transaction. See, what is the transaction? It is a alias for a program. You can think like that. Through the transaction, we run the program. Okay. You can think of it as a means of running the. Okay. So it is not a program itself, but to run the program, you need the transaction, because you will connect the transaction on the program. You will see that later. So the program is connected to the transaction. So through the transaction, you run the program. Okay. Now you can't run it directly. Like remember in DB2, through the plan, we are executing the package, because package cannot be executed directly. What we did, we say bind plan and then we give collection.star, right? So through the plan, we execute the package. Similarly, here through the transaction, you will run the program. So you connect both of them. So IBM has already connected all this anything starting transaction starting with C, it's generally IBM transaction. We don't define with C normally. Okay, now one more thing is, okay, define the resources. You have to use a command called CDA, define map set. Then I would have given something like this. I have already done this, but I'm just showing you the command so that you can note it down. You have to do it for you. Define map set, TR4 map 2. Then you have to give what is called as a group. G stands for group. Then your ID. In my case, I would have given this. So once you define it, you can display it. You can see it what it is. You can say display group, your ID. So you can see all the resources that you have defined. Map set is one of the resources. File, program, transaction, everything will be a resource in CICS. First we have to define it, then only we can use it. Now I have to display it, it will show me that. Then you have to do what is called as install. You have to install the resource. So for that, you have to just give a I command here. In this, once it's displaced, you can give the I command. I will install. Okay. I is equal to install. So I'll show you that how to do this. Okay. Now, these are the only commands that we will be using now. So CDA define. This is like, it's a one-time operation. Define and install. Okay. Make a note of this. Define and install is done for any new program or map, whatever you are using, only once. So one-time operation. Okay. Whereas there's one more command you will use every time you compile. Okay. After every compile, you want to get the latest version in the CCS region, right? So for that, you will have to use this command called CCI set program. Even for map, we say set program only. In my case, the map name is TR4 map 2, right? TR4 map 2 new. So these are the commands you will be using. Okay, I will put this in the notepad. If you copy that, go here, chat, so that you can refer to this. If you need to do it again and again, you will easily remember. For now, you keep it in a notepad so that you can refer to it quickly. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me do those things and show you. Now I'm in the Kicks region. Now what is the first thing I have to do? I have to define, right? I have already defined it, so I'm not going to define it again. So I can give this display command, CDA display. Okay. So I'm going to say CDA display whatever resources I have defined in my name, in my group. The group is my own ID, so it's easy to understand. TRNR004. Now, if you see, a lot of things I have defined here. See, this TR4 map 2, I've already defined. Like I told you, will define everything. You will define your program, file, transaction, everything you will define. Okay. And we have to install. To install, what we have to do is just whichever you want to install. Now, install means, say, define means it will put it to your file. Okay. Yesterday I told you. Install means it will bring it to the memory. Okay. So, this TR4 map 2, I just give I here. I means install. If you give V means it will show you this is your app set, this belongs to this group, and some properties, all of them are default. We don't do anything here. So it will show you V means view. And then you press F12. If you press F3, it will come out. Again, you have to give the same command. If I press F12, it will come back to previous screen. And now here, I give I command. I means bring it to the memory. If it is already there, it's fine. Otherwise, very first time, define and install, we should do it only once. We don't have to do it again and again. You get a message, install successful. Okay, but you don't have to do it every time. I'm telling you, only once you have to do. Okay, so once you have done this, we are done. So we have that resource defined in our Kicks region. Then we have to simply use it. So what is that I said? Every time I compile, I have to say set program the name map to. Don't don't get confused by the member name. Say map2 is a member name in my library. TR4 map2 is the Kicks resource name. Okay. So keep that in mind. Both of them can be same, need not be same. So I'm showing you an example where it need not be same, but it's easy to correlate, right? Map2 like that will correlate. Only the first three characters, I will keep it different. Now I have to say new. So new, you can also give NE instead of NEW, you can just give NE. So it will bring the latest copy from the load module that you have compiled to the Kicks region, because it's a different region, that is TSO, this is CICS. So when you have to press enter 2 times in all these commands, keep it in mind. In the CCA commands transaction, you have to give 2 times. So it will first ask for confirmation about to execute the command. So you have to press enter 1 more time. So if you have just compiled, you will get this version as 167. So if you do the same command again without compiling, I'll show you. Same command I'm executing 1 more time. You will get 162. 2 means no changes. You have not done any changes to the compilation. The compile, whatever is there, it is already taken. 2 means you have already done this command. Okay. So, but if you want, if you have a doubt, you can always do the command again, not a problem. So 2 means it is already done. If you don't do it, you will get an error when you try to run the commands or transactions. So you have to do this after compiling. Then you want to check how the screen appears, right? For that, what is the command we have to do? CCI, the send map command, right? So the send map command will look like the CCI send map name. In my case, map name and map set name, it will be here. If you go to your macro, this is my map name. MDI stands for map. MSD stands for map set. This is my map set name. Both are same. I have kept it same so that you don't get confused, but it can be different. Okay. Initially, I've kept it same. Later on, we can change it once you understand the difference. Now here, the command will be send map tr4 map to map set. In this case, it is same tr4 map to. This is the command. Okay. So instead of tr4, use TA1 instead of tr4. Same for your ID. Okay. Now I just give that command here. Look at this. I'm typing it again. Send map tr4 map to map set tr4 map to. It will just show you the layout of the screen. Again, 2 times you have to press enter. Whenever you use the CCI transaction, it will ask you to press enter 2 times. Okay, now you can see this is the layout. How the screen will look like. When you run the program, you get the screen like this. This is a dummy screen. Okay, it doesn't have any program behind it, right? So it is just a layout of the screen you can see. So here, many fields we have defined. So input field, these are only 2 are input fields here. Other ones are output. Okay, these are all not, no, this one message I told you, it's not visible here. I'll show you that. Message field will be there. This here, this thing I told you, right? There's a date and time we can display it. So you can see this screen, it's easy to modify. So here I have a customer information system. Similarly, I can change it to employee management system and do it. That way it is easier to do. But in that process, you will also understand how to give different parameters and all that basic syntax of coding the map. So that will focus more on that in the next session on the coding part. But now I just want you to have the environment ready so that you can do the coding and do compile and run and all that. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do now is probably it will take another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. I want you to copy this program, compile this and run this and get the map in your ID.
Okay.
Can we do it now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll come out of my share. So you share your screen. I will tell you the instructions. You just do that quickly so that the same map you can see in your ID. So that later on, when I make some changes, coding and all that, you will be able to just change the member name and you know this process, right? How to set up this environment so that we can compile and display a map.
Okay.
So now this time keep in mind, first we will do all the TSO related work. Then we have to open another terminal and then do the
Kicks.
CACS. They call it kicks, but yeah, CACS is the correct thing. Yeah, open the TSO terminal first. First, let's copy my program, rename it, and then compile it and keep it ready before we can go to CACS. I just want to ensure that there is no other issue that you will face. Otherwise, we have to look at if there is any issue, access issue and all that. This SDSF is still an issue. I think there is not only for you, some other people are also getting, but I'm not getting a time. There is some command which is not we have to do. Only then we'll get that access. Yeah. So yeah, you can do this directly. Yeah.
What is library?
A demo. No, you can give April 26 itself because everything I have copied it to April 26 now. Don't go to demo. You don't have to because demo will have many other things. April 26 dot star. Yeah. First go to that CICS. So you can do one thing. The library name you need not have it same. Okay, give a C command for map2. You can give CICS dot. I think you have db2 dot program like that, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I give it you at CICS dot. This is your code, right? Or program. Don't say program because it will have also a map. What did you do in db2? We have said db2 dot program.
db2 dot, yeah, pgm.
Yeah, here you say it's kicks dot pgm. Keep it like that. Program will have both maps and actual global programs. Yeah, let's do that. Map will always use map. Okay, enter. Give one here, allocate. Yeah, that's copied F3. Now you copy the compile.cics, the previous one. Give view and copy all of them. You see for all of them. And then enter. Then here you say cics dot hash compile. Why you think I'm giving the hash? You know that? Why I'm not saying compile?
No.
If you give hash, it will always come in the first line.
Oh, okay.
That way you don't have to search, no? Okay. Compile will
Okay.
be always the first line when you in the data set listing. Okay, hash, other rate, dollar, these things will come in the beginning. Okay, enter.
Okay, got it.
Otherwise, it will go somewhere in middle, no? That is the reason. Okay,
Okay.
enter. One. So now we have copied the thing. Now, yeah. Now go to your library now. That's it. I think we don't need anything. First, we will compile. We have to do all the change all command and all we have to do, right? So first open the program, that is map. Yeah, just give cics dot star. Yeah, now open the program. And inside tr4, change it to ta1. Change all. Can give change all command. It should be okay. And give caps. So it will give it capital. Change all tr4 space ta1. Yeah. That's it. Save it. Let this be there. Open another screen for compilation where you want to do. Okay. Go to .cacs. Give .cacs so that it can show everything. Yeah. Now go to the first one. No, not rename. Open the first one at the rate map. Now here also change all my ID to your ID. Okay, that's one thing. Now instead of April 26, there you give CACS, that library name, line number 2. Reset it. Give a reset command. Some changes we need. Okay, line number 2, instead of April 26, give CACS dot hash compile. Yeah. So remove the CACS at the end. And line number 5, change it to TR4 to TA1. No. You have
Something
messed
that.
up. Oh my God. Cancel it. You have to do it again. What did you do?
I didn't
Hello.
do anything.
What are you?
No, that
Okay.
was like previously you gave the chat, no? That one I
Ah,
copied and pasted it in Notepad.
why
I
are you
don't know
copy
why it
pasting
came
here?
the.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
no, manually change it. Don't use control V. Okay, do that again. Change all. TRNR004 to your ID. Okay, now CICS from April 26, give CICS. Don't press Control V. Okay, just type manually everything. Then reset it. You reset. Give REC, recovery of. See, again you
REC?
are pressing Control V. Why you are pressing Control V?
No, I didn't press Control V.
How this is coming? Install is done only once. What did you press?
I just gave FN home RES only. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't even have undo. Okay, come out, cancel. First you give recovery on. Okay, at least we can use that. Otherwise, every time you have to come out. Edit. First one. Edit that. First give REC. Yeah. If not give RES, give REC. So that if there is anything goes wrong, we can type undo and yeah. Otherwise, every time you have to cancel and come out. No, that we can avoid. Okay. Now do it again. Third time we are doing. Okay. I think you are pressing some key which is causing some problem. Go
I
to the
don't
command
know.
line. Yeah, press enter now. Go to the command line. Yeah, press reset now. Type reset. Okay, now go to line number 5 and change it to TA1 instead of TR4. Line number 5. Okay, and line number 6, source library. You have to change it to cics.pgm. That's where you source. And line number 7, change it to cics.dsect. I think this library we have to create. We don't have it. We have to create that. Change it to cics.dsect. Yeah, I think that is enough. Just save it and open another screen. Open a new screen. Let's allocate this cics.dsect. Open another screen. New screen. 3.2. Let's create a library. Allocate cics.dsect. Normal library. Okay, enter. Give library below. Give library in the bottom after block size. Right. Okay, enter. Okay, now this got created. Fine. Now go back to that compile screen. At the rate one only, first one only. So now we should be in a position to compile, right? I think let's submit it. We'll see. Submit it. See whether we get any error. File error. No, no error. So that means all the libraries are proper now. Okay. Now we are done with the TSO part. Okay, all we have to do is just compile. Now let's go to the open, minimize this emulator session, and similarly open another emulator section. Just minimize that. Open it again. Now this time we have to give login to Kix region. Don't okay. You say L space CICS 6TS61 CICS TS61. Yeah. Now give your ID. So tab group ID will not give anything. Yeah, just give your normal password.
Enter.
And enter. Okay, now clear the screen. You have to, whenever I say clear, what you should do?
Alt C.
C. Clear that. Do that. Now you type it. I will tell you, you type it, but all these commands I have given you in the chat. First, we have to define the resource, right? So just say CEDA define that map set command you have to give. Do that CEDA space DEF space map set bracket open TA1 map 2. So this is what we gave inside the map. No, that's what we should give here. Okay. Bracket close space G group. We have to always give, everything will be a part of a group. So each of us will have our own group so that it's easy to maintain. Within bracket, give your ID. Yeah. So enter. Oh my, this is what I expected. 1 minute. Let me see. Yeah, I have to give you access. Ah, I have to. Just a minute. Yeah. Because sometimes these access issues will be there in some IDs. Mm, so we have to resolve that. Just a minute. Just on to see. Your user ID is TAPP 001. You belong to DRG APPL. Okay. Now I have to say, because most of the commands you will not have access. G. And every command I have to give access. ECI, EA, and first we use APR. Not fine. Okay. CECI. Um, CCI, CDA, CDF, CMT, CMT may not need to do it later. Let me refresh this. All right, so clear this. Okay, now do one thing. Just press enter one more time. Okay, clear the screen and type it again. Okay, you copy paste this to notepad, or you have it in a notepad. You keep it the notepad aside, or you have see if you have written it in your physical notebook, it is even easier. Otherwise, you have to do alt tab and all that. Okay, I don't know whether you use physical notebook or not. Sometimes
I was
physical
you.
notebook is useful.
Initially I was using, but later on I stopped using it
No,
because
no,
like
no.
you
You
were
should
like
use
going
everything.
fast, right? I couldn't able to note it down.
No, no,
So
you don't have to note down whatever I say, but some of the things it will be useful for you doing practice. That's why. Okay. So anyway, now you go to that screen. I will.
this one only,
Yeah,
no?
yeah. Give that
CDAD.
command. Yeah, copy paste that. But I suggest you type it because if you copy paste, you won't remember anything. That is why I always suggest people
Where is
typing it.
that screen?
Anyway, for now you can go to your CICS screen. Where is your
That screen
CICS
is
screen?
not here.
Okay, open it again. No problem.
I don't know where it went.
I think you closed it or it went away, whatever. Doesn't matter. You just you can log in again. Yeah, log in again. So you have to give that command.
CICS TS61, right?
TS61, yeah. Give the ID, give tab, and then password. Okay, now clear the screen. Paste it. Yeah. No, TR4 you should change. Change it in your notepad also. No? ID you
I'll
should
change.
change so that
That's all right.
enter.
TA1 mapped.
Enter.
Mm.
Yeah, now you got the permission. So you can see that TA app 001 got created. Group, first time it will say group created. Okay, F3. Now clear the screen. Now say CDA sorry, display DIS. You can just say CDA space DIS. We have to install it, right? So we can install it in a couple of ways. It's better to display it and install rather than installing it directly. Directly also we can do, but I will always suggest this: display space group. Group means G. You can type GROUP or G, both are same. Bracket open your ID. So every time you do this, you will see what are the things you have defined. Okay, enter.
Okay.
Anything that we use in Kicks, we have to define like map, file, program, everything. Okay. Now you can see TA1 map2 is defined. Give I command here. Install, enter. If we try to do, let's see, the next command, without doing this, we will get error. That's why this is the order. But only once we have to install. Okay, define and install only once. Okay, F3. Now we have defined and installed. Now we should be able to get the latest copy in the Kicks region. So clear the screen, Alt C. Now give that the command CCI set program. This command is used to get the latest copy of the program. CCI space. So that the transaction is different. Last time for define and install, we use CDA. Okay, keep that in mind. Whereas for after every compile, the transaction that we use is CCI. So people generally mix it up, but that will give error. Okay, CCI space set space program bracket open TA1 map 2, right? Bracket close space any stands for new. So you will get the latest compiled load module in the Kicks region. Okay, enter. You have to enter 2 times in CACI. Yeah, now you saw that 167, right? Always check that version. There are 2 things you have to check here. One is the version. Other one below you see something called response. Okay. Response, it should be normal. If it is error, it will show some error. Okay. If it is not normal, means there is some problem. Okay, we have to look into it. Clear? Okay, F3. Now we have got the latest copy of the program to the Kicks region. Now we have just to see the layout of the map. For that, we have to give another command. Clear the screen. The command to see the layout of the map is CCI send map. I think I gave it later. I think you have to copy it from the note chat window. I gave it a little later. You can copy that. Go to your chat window, copy that so that you will have it for your reference. Copy it from your chat window. The last 2 lines. Chat.
Not here.
No, in your browser chat window. No.
This one only, right?
Where is your chat window? Where did you copy it from last time?
That's what I'm.
Go to chat.
Yeah.
The last 2 lines. Copy the last 2 lines. Okay, now we have to give that last command. CCI send map. Yeah, you can copy paste it and then change the TR4 to TA1. But I recommend you not to copy paste going forward. And when you practice, always type it. Note it down in your notebook and then type it. That way you remember it. Okay. Otherwise, you will not remember anything. You just simply do copy paste. Copy paste is only for reference. Okay. Should type it every time. Even I type it many times because otherwise I will forget the command. So I will also, you can see many times I typed it, right? I didn't do copy paste. That's why, otherwise you will forget. Okay. Enter. Enter. Now you can see that the map has come. So you can type something, just type some characters. There are only 2 fields here, which is unprotected. Type something randomly, some characters. It will allow you to type some characters. For example, here only 2 fields I have given: customer ID and customer name. So later on, I will show you how to modify this to employee ID, employee name. I'm going to change it, right? So I'll show you how to do that. Okay. So now there's no program associated with this. So nothing will happen now. Okay. It's just a dummy screen. Got it? So it's just a screen layout. Whatever you want to change, like color, position, and all that, you can change. And then once this is ready, then only we will go to the program. First, we have to have the screen ready. Then only we can code the program behind it. Okay, like do the validations, we do the messages and all that. Okay. So this is the basic environment we need. Later on, when we do coding of the program, we have to define and install the program also. And the transaction for the program, we have to do it. Then only we can run the program through the transaction. Then later on, when you use DB2, for DB2, we have to again add something. For file, again, we have to add define install something. So everything we have to define install when we use it for the first time. Okay. So this is how the Kix environment will be. This is how you first we have seen how to compile a macro, BMS macro, how to compile it and do the settings in the CICS region to view the layout of the map. That's all we have done. Okay. So now the template we will use, whatever template we copy pasted, right? So that will have the map definition, map set definition, some parameters, all that will be there. No, first we will use it, then we will go to the PPT and read what are the parameters, what it means, and all that. We'll see that later. First, we will use the default settings that we have. So you get an idea how it works. Then if you go through the PPT, you will find it easier to understand. Okay. So that is why I'm not going to PPT first. You can see mostly I will do coding first, then only I'll go to the PPT. So it is easier to understand. Otherwise, if I go to the PPT first, it is difficult to understand because you don't know what it means. Now, after doing some coding, if you go, you will understand what it means, right? So that's the idea. So tomorrow morning, 6:30 your time, right? Which is my time, 7 p.m. You said today evening.
Yes.
7 p.m. Okay. Yeah, you do one thing. I will forget. That's the problem. Um, uh, 7 p.m. I remember today. Just do one thing. I will share my number. Okay. You can, in case I don't join within 2 minutes, 7 p.m. Just call me directly. Okay, in the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to go through Kirti every time. Because she will also be busy with something else. She will not be able to respond immediately. My number is okay. I'll put it in the chat. Okay, you can take it from there. So that's my number and WhatsApp number, everything. So you can directly message me so that and you can call me in WhatsApp also in case I don't join. Okay, I'll join. But sometimes no, if it is a class which is not a regular class, I may forget. Okay, because regularly I don't have no morning regularly 9:30 class means I won't forget. So that is the reason. Otherwise, just call me if I don't join by 7. Then I will join. I will mostly join. Sometimes I forget. Okay. So that we can do some more of this so that in the weekend you will have something to do. Okay. Some maps, some 3, 4 maps I will give you so you can practice that. So that will be useful to develop a project out of it. Okay. We'll do a very mini project so that you will get very comfortable with CICS, how to do these maps, how to interconnect the programs, all these basics of CICS. Okay, that itself many people don't understand. Even experienced people, many of them they don't know many things. Anyway, so let's connect again in the next session. Okay, in the I think there's nothing much to practice in the CICS right now for you, but that COBOL reporting part, if you are done, that's good. Otherwise, what else we have practiced? Report program is one thing. What else? Oh, okay. Long back, I asked you in COBOL, take 2 files and compare and do something. Student something I told, right? Did you do that?
Which one?
Take 2 files and compare and If it is there in one file, student ID, marks will be in another file, something like that I told, right? Student ID,
Yes,
student name.
I did it. Yeah.
You did it. It was working.
I think it worked.
Okay,
I
tomorrow
don't remember. But
you show
I
me
worked
later.
on it actually. I think I
Yeah,
have
check it
told you
out. That's a
also,
very
but you didn't check the that's where I asked you, did you will you check the program? But you were telling like you do you really
uh,
want me to check like that? You
yeah,
asked
yeah.
me.
So
So
you have uploaded that program.
no, that uploading I have
Is
some
it still
problem
having
with that
error?
Adobe Reader actually. It is
No,
not
no, no. PDF you can copy paste that program to Word. From Word you say file save as PDF. That's
That's
it.
what that is not that Adobe. I have some problem in this system, so I stopped it. I tried actually. I did that file transfer,
Uh,
everything. I
you
tried to
are
upload, but it
talking,
didn't.
no, in your laptop you say you are not able to open PDF.
Not able to. No, not like that. But when I try to save it as a PDF, it is
No,
not
no.
allowing me to do that.
Just open Word document now. Just open something in Word.
Okay.
Just open your Microsoft Word. Very simple. Open. Why it going back? So, okay. You don't have Word in your machine.
See, I don't know.
What do you have? Office you don't have it. Like, go to
I
your
have.
start command.
Hmm?
Huh. No, no, you don't have Word. Looks like. Go to your start. Click on the Windows button. Um, you have Word, right? Click on Word. Why it's not opening? Click on Word there. Huh? No, why it was not showing. Okay. Then just open a blank document. Yeah, just type something here. Just type one line. Yeah, just say file. Now
Save
here,
as. Save as.
wait. Yeah, you have many options here. Okay, you say save us. Just click on save us. Okay, now say browse. Going to OneDrive and all that. Go to click on browse. Okay, documents. That's fine. Just give a here ABC some name file name here. Let's give ABC. Now in save as type you have Word document. No, click on that. PDF. Click on PDF. Now save.
Save
Click on
in
save.
this.
Where you are saving desktop, huh? Okay. Go and see in the desktop. I think it came already. You opened it. I think it already opened it for you.
Okay.
Where is that ABC? Oh, a lot of things you have in desktop.
It is here.
ABC is there. Yeah. That's all.
Okay. No, I
Okay.
clicked on that save as PDF and it
No,
didn't
no, no,
allow
no.
me.
Now, I don't know what that does, but this way it works, right?
Okay, then I'll upload it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I have
upload whatever you
already
can.
did
Uh,
file transfer also.
yeah,
It is
you
already there in Notepad.
yeah, try that, and we will probably check that out. Okay, during one
Okay.
the classes, we'll check it out. Okay, whatever
Okay.
you have done, those programs you can upload. Okay,
Okay.
according to that, I will also want to know because this is a new portal LMS, so there may be some errors there also. That's what if there is any issue, we have to let us know. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So we'll stop here and we'll connect in the next session.
So here I just need to come out. That's it. This
Yeah, how to come out? Let's press F3.
F3.
I think if you see this X weight, okay, anyway, Alt C, clear. Alt is clear the screen. The command to come out of it is CESF, sign off. CESF for sign off. Sign off. Yeah, enter. Press enter one more time. That's it. It will come out. Okay, that's how you come out of the CACS region. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So shall we stop here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see in the next session. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.